Hello, guys. I hope that everyone is doing well. This is a message that I have for someone, probably for a few someones, which is that what's the point in living and being here if you are not always, or at least most of the time, choosing your best self? Choosing your best life, choosing the things you know you want to do. And oftentimes we have a hard time choosing these things because it feels like a long road ahead. Maybe it feels impossible, which is not true. Impossible literally doesn't exist, okay? I don't want to hear it. Don't even use the word. Doesn't exist. It's possible. Okay, so now I know it's possible. So what's the next barriers? Well, only you can really determine that. But maybe it's that it feels really hard. Maybe it's that you feel that deep down inside, even though you want it, you don't know that you deserve it. Maybe it's just because it requires you to step into a different life, a different world, a different realm than one you've ever experienced before. Nonetheless, whatever the reason is, just get over the hump. Like, just do it. Just do it. As Nike once said, just do it. 'Cause it's, you're going to eventually, right? Like, if you don't do it in this lifetime, you're gonna do it in the next lifetime or the next one. Eventually. Why not do it now? And all that time spent in waiting, I know it doesn't actually feel good. Okay, it might feel okay. It might trick you into thinking it feels good to numb you from what you're actually feeling, but if you're completely honest with yourself, I don't know that you actually feel that great. Because you're here for so much more. You're meant to experience so much more. And our mind likes to trick us a lot, okay? Oftentimes we will maybe we'll start whatever the next steps are, and then something will come up, such as we don't immediately see the results we want. Or we don't know how to face the current problem at hand. But I want to remind you that, yes, we have other people in our lives. You may have family, parents, siblings. Maybe you don't have other people. Nonetheless, my point is you don't need other people. And even if you had every single person in the world on your side, every single person in the world, you still need yourself to take the steps forward. You have to do it, and that's so much more rewarding anyways. Thank goddess I have to do it. I know back in the day I was hoping and praying for someone to save me. That's all I wanted. Oh my gosh, that's all I wanted, and I was so jealous of the people who looked like they had that. The people who looked like they always had a partner by their side. They always had parents supporting them. They always had this and that. I'm like, why can't I have that? And because I didn't, I was forced to figure the journey out on my own. And even if you do have a partner by your side or whoever helping you out, you still, again, it's up to you. You're the navigator here. So point being, getting to figure it out on your own is such a gift. And now looking back, I'm so glad nobody came and saved me, because I cannot tell you the insane skill set that I have taught myself, that I have learned over the last several years. And yes, it's been so hard. The hardest part of everything is the internal battle. Still, as I move forward, if anything gets me at a hold that takes me a second to move past, it's the internal battle. And you just have to face it, like, for the sake of yourself. That's what I wanted to come back to, is for the sake of yourself, if you're the only one who can really pull yourself out of this, like, why not do it? Why not gather up your courage, your power, your strength, and just say, I'm gonna move through this. And then you get hit again. I'm gonna move through this. Again, I'm gonna move through this. I'm gonna keep moving through this. I'm going to keep moving through this because you can, because you will be so grateful to yourself for doing that. And like, I'm not saying it's gonna be comfortable. And I'm also not saying it will never be comfortable. It's a process, and your process looks completely different from the next person's process. I just saw 555 on my timer here. It's a process. I know you probably have heard the journey is the reward, which can feel kind of annoying at sometimes when it doesn't feel like a reward. But then you look back and you're like, wow, I really wish I appreciated that more, because oh my gosh, that changed everything for me. So what I want to come back to is that I know you have hopes and dreams. Even if you don't know what they are, I know you have them somewhere. At the very least, your hopes and dreams could be just the simple feeling state you want to be in. I want to feel happier. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. Take the first step. Most of the time, you're not meant to know the final steps. You're not meant to know, at least not now. You're not necessarily meant to know a guaranteed outcome, but you pretty much always know the very first step ahead. Even if the very first step is just stand up and get out of your bed. Okay, now what? Go out the door. Okay, now what? Let me put on my gym clothes, go to the gym, go for a run, do something, some sort of movement. Get energy flowing. Let's see. Okay, the last thing, I think this will be the last thing that I wanted to share is that, again, there's going to be time periods within this process of coming home to yourself, of creating the life of your dreams, that don't feel very good and don't feel very comfortable. They might feel tedious. It might feel like you are numb. It might feel like you're running on eggshells. Your nervous system might be rocked, but that doesn't mean you need to turn back around and go back to your comfy zone. That doesn't mean that. And it doesn't mean you're never gonna find a new comfort zone. That's the whole point, is you're doing this work so that you can create a new baseline that has more of you here and grounded. So just because you go through this phase of moving forward that doesn't feel good, it doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. It doesn't mean, don't let your ego trick you and say, nah, I don't want to work too hard. I want to just relax. I mean, if that's genuinely from your heart and soul, I need to chill out for a second, please do it. Okay? But don't let that take over and convince you that you taking the steps forward is not what you're supposed to do, just because maybe it doesn't feel good. Just because it doesn't feel good at certain times doesn't mean it's not in alignment for you. So that is my message. Those are my messages. I really hope that this landed and resonated with someone out there. Anyone, someone. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will post next time I feel like it. Have a wonderful day, and start the first step. Take the first step right now. Just take a step. Make a plan. Make a to-do list. Take a step. All right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.